Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's MacklinGaming. Today I want to talk about a game that absolutely has its hooks in me right now. It's a game I never expected I would enjoy as much as I am right now. You know, here in the Midwest, it's finally springtime. The weather's getting a lot better, and we're out of the long winter. And so I looked around on my shelf of Nintendo Switch games, and I was like, what should I play that I haven't played yet? And, I grabbed Pikmin 4. I didn't play it last year. So I'm trying it out this year, and it's absolutely exceeding my expectations. I put about 25 plus hours into it, and I'm not even close to done. I thought it was a short game, but it's got plenty of meat on the bones. Now, this is actually the first Pikmin game I've ever really played. I think I had the original Pikmin on GameCube, and as a kid, I just wasn't interested in it, and probably played it for 30 minutes, and that was it. But it's a game that I heard was like a strategy game, and after playing it for so long, I would say it's definitely a little bit more of an adventure puzzle game than a strategy game. So that's initially why I wasn't too keen on playing. I'm not a huge strategy person, turn-based. I've recently kind of gotten into Fire Emblem, but this is nothing like that. Pikmin 4 has an actual storyline and an adventure that you're going on. So you're this little astronaut who crash landed on this planet because the original Pikmin protagonist, Olimar, also crash landed on this planet. He crashed first, and so you kind of put a team together to go save him, and you realize that there's so many other people that are crashed too. But you're all these miniature little people who are in this backyard, so they're what is this strange planet we've discovered? And it looks like someone's ordinary backyard. You're Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, meets Grounded type of look. So it's really interesting. So you're in a backyard, and there's a bunch of bugs and little alien looking bugs, and what you have to do is you have to pick up these little minions. Pikmin. Oh snap. You pick up these little minions, which are flowers, little flower minions, and each one of them has a different ability and strength, and you gather them all up in your little army, and you can attack these bugs and these aliens. You can pick up treasures, and you carry them to your spaceship, and the more things you carry and beam up to your spaceship, the stronger your ship gets, and then you're able to explore new levels of the map and progress the game. So each day goes by, and you start out in the morning, and you try and pick up as many treasures as possible, and there's caves as well. You can unlock caves and explore them, and you have a timer on your day to where once it gets to sunset, your time's up and you have to head back to base. So the best part about the game, the gameplay loop that really got its hooks in me, is this idea called Dandori, which is really popular, I think, in Japan. And it's the art of getting tasks done efficiently. So if you have multiple things to do in a day, you plan out how you can get them all done in the shortest amount of time. And that's kind of the core gameplay of Pikmin. In Pikmin 4, you have to go around each level, and you're picking things up, and you gotta try to get as much as possible done in each day before the time runs out. But when you enter caves, time moves extremely slowly, so you can kind of take your time clearing out each level of the cave. There's sometimes multiple sub levels and a boss at the end, so it's really enjoyable to try and clear 100% each level before you get to the end of the cave. And they're really big on showing you your progress. They show the percentage of completion for the caves or just for the overall map and level that you're on currently. So you want to get to the point where you can 100% the whole thing. It's really satisfying. So as you get through more of the game, you unlock different kinds of Pikmin. There's some really interesting special kinds of Pikmin, like rock Pikmin, who are more sturdy with their defense. They can't get killed as easily by some enemies, and they can knock down walls a bit faster. And then you get all these interesting Pikmin, like white Pikmin, who are immune to poison. There's flying Pikmin. There's purple Pikmin that are extra strong. But I think the most interesting thing they've added to Pikmin 4, which I don't think is in the other games, is the nighttime exploration. Like eventually you get to the point where you can go out at night instead of during the day, but it's a lot different. It's more like a tower defense, like defend the base type of level where you get these glow Pikmin, which are really cool. They're like little ghostly Pikmin, and you try and just gather up as many of them as possible before the enemies start attacking your little like anthill base. And so that's a really fun, it's like also very stressful aspect of the game is the night raids that you have to like defend your base. So I think that's a really cool part of the game. And another very special addition that they've added to the game, which how can I forget, is the little alien dog Ochi that you get. He's really cute and goofy looking, and he has a bunch of abilities that help you like get Dandori done faster, essentially help you get better at the game. At first he's not as helpful, but you get all these perks you can unlock to like strengthen him up and give him new abilities. So like at first he can't swim, he's not very strong at carrying treasures or enemies that are dead, but as you give him these perks, then he can start to swim and carry all the Pikmin that are in your little army on his back. And so he carries them around, he can attack, and he can rush enemies or walls and like break them faster. And then your little Pikmin go flying off his back and like all attack at once. So it's super strong offensively to do that. But Ochi's a great little companion, and he has a bunch of like unique abilities that help you out in the game. And I think it's a great addition to the game because Ochi's just a good boy, and why wouldn't you want a little good boy companion with you while you're playing? You definitely are more powerful with him on your side. So there are also these competitive caves where you drop in them and there's actually a guy who like times you on your Dandori, and a lot of the game is a little bit more relaxed. You have more time to complete stuff, but in these rounds you have like a limited time to gather as many things as possible. And sometimes you're competing against him and he's also doing Dandori at the same time, so you get into cool little like one-on-one battles, who can collect the most things and like defeat the most enemies in the time limit. And as you defeat all these things and like defeat the night raids and defeat the Dandori head-on battles, you unlock like more survivors. There's a lot of survivors that are knocked out around the planet, and you get to like take them back to your ship and nurse them back to health, and then they kind of like hang out at your base. So the whole while you're playing this game and progressing, once you go back to home base, it's getting even more populated, and you can unlock new items and even customize your appearance and all this cool stuff. So I think the game's packed with content, and it's just really fun time. And it brings me back to the point that sometimes you just gotta like try a new game, you know? So Pikmin's really got its hooks in me. I think I'll play and beat the game maybe around 30 hours or a little bit more. Just when you think it's over, it keeps going, you know? I'm really enjoying that, actually. What do you guys think about Pikmin 4? Have you played any Pikmin games yet? And let me know if there's a game out there that you didn't expect you would like. You gave it a shot and it absolutely exceeded your expectations. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.